Good morning, New Valley. Psalm 119 today. And this psalm is a beast. It's not only the longest chapter in the Bible, but it's also a psalm that's as long as several other books. For instance, the book of Ruth or the book of James. But unlike the book of Ruth that has this nice narrative flow that we can kind of detect easily what's happening, Psalm 119 is a Hebrew acrostic. That means there's verses for every letter in the Hebrew alphabet. Oh, but what's it all about? Well, if you look closely, you'll see the words commandment, law, statutes, these things reoccurring. And what that is, it's just telling us that this psalm is about the Word of God. But it's more than just about the law, it's about love. Because if you look closely, this psalm is not just telling us about God and telling us what to do, but it's a picture of someone who is in a love relationship with God, who's wrestling through the difficulties of life in real time. So as you read this, slow down and allow yourself to see a person who has been in the Word of God and has a relationship with God and is speaking to God in candid, unfiltered words. It's a real love relationship on display. And that's why I think this psalm is just a beautiful picture of Jesus. Because God wasn't satisfied to leave his people with commandments on stone tablets. This is what you should do. This is what you should not do. This is what you should say. This is what you should not say. No, but in sending his son on earth, what we got to see and what we get to experience is a man who is in a living, breathing relationship with God. We see Jesus listening to God. We see him cry out to God. We see him suffer. We see him mourn. We see him laugh, love, eat, and drink. And ultimately, we see him go to the cross. And he submits to the Lord. He submits to his Father, and he entrusts himself to a God whose promises are sure. So please, saints, enter into this psalm with me today. But even more than that, enter into the truths of a loving God who is open for a dynamic relationship, to hear your sufferings, to console your fears. The Lord loves you, saints. Dive in today, dive into his word, and be encouraged. Bless you, saints. Peace.